Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We're getting ready to start here. Everyone say hello to Feldroth.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for saying hello to me.
Now, I know everyone's upset that Evil Morty isn't going to be joining us this match, and I'd like to apologize in advance for that, but Feldroth wanted to hang out, so yeah.
That's right. My face and Evil Morty's look the same, right?
It's about the same.
Nah, maybe. I don't know.
All right, we are almost ready. So we are going to Battlefield of Eternity for our first map, and that was a map pick for Average Joe's. ZZZ is going to be taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. We got one ready from one side, waiting on a ready. We're going to jump right in this pretty quick. Just waiting from the ready for the second team. The maps that were banned, we have an Infernal Shrines ban from Average Joe's, and then we have a Braxis Holdout ban from ZZZ. All right, let me double check. Uh-oh. That doesn't look right. I think we got a disconnect here. Let me invite him back to the game. So, Feldroth, we are going to, Battlefield of Eternity for the first game.
That's right.
Thoughts?
Well, I mean, obviously they're going to want to pick probably a solo lane and then a four-man. Um, we've been looking at the stats, both you and I, so just knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses is going to be paramount here going in the ban phase, because I think it'll really come down to how well they've done their research for each other. A good solo lane here that can body the other one and win that lane and get that extra soak, which sets off those level leads. That'll make or break the game here, I think. So.
All right, very, very true. All right, they are actually getting ready to go right into Battlefield of Eternity. I'm going to actually jump right into the draft screen, make sure I hit all the buttons correctly.
There you go. Yeah.
Let me actually turn up my audio in here a little bit. It seems to be kind of low. There we go. Can you hear that okay, everybody? If anybody in the chat can let me know if they're hearing the game audio okay. So we got... Please no ban my nap time. That's hilarious.
All right.
Now, I
Let's
don't
see
know
if
if
they can
this was
see all these points.
correct.
Say what?
Oh, no, we did it right. Okay, I was making sure that we did the bans correctly. So we got a Urel first ban, which is actually an amazing ban because Average Joe, I believe, I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not going to try. We actually have a 6-game, 50% win percentage player of Urel on the side of Average Joe's. Go ahead and talk for me, Fel. I want to check your audio real quick. Make sure we're
Yeah,
good.
check 1 2, testing 1 2. A Deckard ban, which is pretty standard here. He's really strong, especially on point control maps where you're going to be invading. If you're on an enemy immortal and the other team tries to collapse on you, those slows and roots are definitely not going to be your friend. So it makes sense to ban
Absolutely.
him there. Also, the point heals, which he can just put up, only get better with time, especially at hit 20. That just gets pretty incredible pretty quickly.
Very Garage ban on this map. Again, it seems like ZZZ has actually really done their homework. Because Random Task is the tank player for Average Joe's, and that is his favorite tank by far. 5 games overall on Garage. I think we're actually having some audio issues. I'm not hearing the game. Eldrath, would you mind running over to the stream and checking that out for me?
Yeah, sure thing. We're not seeing the game screen either, so.
You should be. Oh, you know what? It's a 2-minute delay.
Oh, we just started. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute delay. So Hanzo, tell me about Hanzo on this map, Feldroth, and why is he so highly picked?
Hanzo is crazy good here. Scatter Arrow build with the bonus damage on an Immortal is just absolutely incredible. Really good for vision as well. So if you throw out some vision, understand and can adjust to when people are trying to rotate you, plus that extra Immortal damage, it's just too much damage to pass up. And the Genji here as a counter pick is really smart because Genji wins Hanzo in a 1v1 normally, depending obviously on the skill level here. Can match Hanzo's mobility, which is really his only survivability. So we'll see how that goes.
Indeed. So what I'd actually like to see from Average Joe's is definitely a Li Ming pickup. Their Tad MG, I believe, is their Li Ming player. That man has a 21.3 KDA on his Li Ming.
Yeah,
So,
very nice Li Ming.
So I'd be curious if ZZZ has done their homework, if they would even consider that being a ban. And of course, you see a Nubarak from ZZZ. The tank player is center, and he's got a 100% win rate on the Nubarak, does he not?
Yes, he does. 2 games played with him, but I think we can say that he's got his Anubarak pretty well in hand.
Sure.
Cocoon in a fight, obviously, it's a great counter. So almost anything.
Wow, they banned the Abathur on Battlefield.
Don't want that Murd and Abba hat.
Absolutely. So then we also see the Tyrande pickup, which is she's coming into the meta very, 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 very hard. Of course, the trait is. Tell me about the trait.
Okay. Well, the extra damage with the Hanzo plus the vulnerability on Tyrande's trait's pretty strong. I'm not sure if her new decreased cooldown on the vulnerable affects monsters, which would help it on the mortal.
Yeah, well, I do not know off the top of my head. We'll have to take a look at that when we're in game. So Blaze pickup, and that is definitely the backup solo laner for Team Average Joes. You do see that Li Ming pickup. You see a reset comp over there. I'm expecting some fancy team fights.
They let that Sonya through. That's a 4-game 100% win rate Sonya on the side of ZZZ. So definitely scary there.
Absolutely. It seems like race on the side of ZZZ.
So obviously Average Joe's needs a healer here. What are we thinking? Maybe an Alex Straza or a...
looking at TJ's... Wow, I did not expect the Uther. Like, I was about to say, TJ plays a lot of white mane, a lot of mouth. I actually made a note to myself saying that TJ is actually not able to be banned out. He plays quite a bit. I think the Uther is different. I mean, it makes sense. You have the stun on Uther, you have the stun on Murden, you have the double reset. So they're going to go for it. This is going to be a fight. Hardcore. And fella, could you do me a favor? Could you turn yourself up just a little bit?
Yeah, man. Sure.
We had a note from my buddy Pockets, who's actually raiding right now. Pockets is, of course, the gentleman who has streamed with me the last 2 times we've streamed. And, of course, a very cool guy. Sorry about seeing this here. I'm actually going to turn you up in here as well.
Yeah.
Real quick. I'm going to turn you up a lot. Go ahead and talk for me.
Up a lot.
There you go.
All the way. I love to be turned up.
Over 18 stream, ladies and gentlemen. Over 18 stream.
Yeah, I didn't say anything else.
So Pockets, if you're still listening, can you confirm that we have game audio?
I don't think we do.
All right, we're going to try to have to address that. As we're loading up here, let's take a look at that. Again, I'm curious to see if Average Joe's just jumps right in and whether or not Sonya, Greymane, Hanzo just kind of stay on the race. Ooh, that's not what I want to do.
I mean, we'll see. I think that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to introduce them now?
Yes, we do. We have Kitsune on Tyrande. We have Draconics on the Hanzo. We have Sinner on the Anubarak. Enjoy on the Greymane. And then we have Noob Slice 420 on the Sonya. And what do we have over on the blue side?
We have TJ 303 on the Uther, Random Task on the Muradin, Hazer on the Genji, TA Damage, as he likes to be referred to, on the Li Ming, and Leafacus on the Blades.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, we actually kind of have a different rotation. The Hanzo went alone. I think they're going to look to gank this solo laner here.
Yeah, for sure.
Leafacus is in the... Yeah, so we got a little party bush going on right here.
Yeah, this is funny because they're actually playing against the the preconception that top is always. He's like, oh, I'm not.
Oh no! Oh, that's Leafacus.
So good for them.
My heart breaks for you. We see the Muradin rotating up to make sure that we don't catch that. Of course, Random Task, and you see the rotation down from the other team. If this team is not careful, they could just get rotated on again. Greymane positioning aggressively. Anubarak. Anubarak going for the stun on Genji. Protect has already been used. Woo, buddy. ZZZ comes out swinging.
Yeah, I mean, I see this as an engage comp on the side of ZZZ. And I think Uther is a counter to that. I think Uther just says, okay, if Greymane goes in, I'm going to stun him. If Sonya comes in swinging, I'm going to stun
Look
her.
at the Kitsune. Just
Yeah.
guessing on that stun.
On top of it.
Yeah.
On top of it.
So we got Hanzo. Let's pull up some talents here. We got Stormbolt build on the Murden. No stacks yet. We have Hammer of Lightbringer on Uther. 27 stacks already. It's a relatively easy one to stack. Yeah. We do have... Ooh, random task!
Looking low.
Oh, this...
Possibly Li Ming too.
Yeah. I think she gets out.
Li Ming gets
Oh, wow! What an amazing
cocktail on the end.
Good old cocktail. Have another beer, but you're not going to like this beer. Very, very aggressive play on the side of ZZZ. You do see Warpaint on Sonya. You see, I don't know, I think it's Nerubian armor or Dampen Magic. They all do the same thing. Scatter, only 2 stacks on the Scato arrow.
Well, it is worth mentioning though that he was playing super back as they rotated earlier. So
that is very true.
Yeah, I think they're taking advantage of the fact that, I mean, if we look at the team of Average Joes, they have no early game damage for the most part.
Right.
You know, like
early
Hanzo,
can't pick up too.
Yeah, sustained.
See the Greymane here.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just think that with the sustained damage on the Greymane and the Li Ming, honestly, she's just landing her skill shots, and even if she hits it, it's more sustain early. So.
Yeah, we see a rotation from the Nubarak and the Tyrande. Sonya has already taken the camp, or on the camp. Greymane's on this camp. Oh, wow. Woo! Playing it close. Li Ming left down here to clear this. You see both camp pickups. This ought to get interesting.
On the side of Greymane, like, Genji just had to be watching it to see if he can pick someone off, and then that would have been.
This is good. Oh, random task missed his dwarf toss.
Oh.
You got a lot of meat versus Sonya and Tyrande. You got Genji rotating up. This is going to be a really good fight. Noob taking low. I think Noob might not walk out of here.
Stress test
those maybe he does. Wow. I can't believe he got out.
Yeah, no Swift Strike on the side of Genji.
So the camp did go over to the side of Average Joe's, though. I actually want to talk about... Talk to me about this Tyrande level 1 talent. Celestial Attunement. Am I right in saying that is a double cleanse at 1 and how absolutely broken that is? Blizzard, what were you thinking?
For the most part, that is a double cleanse at 1. And that's totally to protect the...
Oh, Tyrande taking damage, stuns out.
Genji.
Blown up. Very good aggression for the team of Average Joe's. Sony taking a lot of damage, Murden chasing him down.
And once again, talking about that level 1 talent, that was so that they wouldn't have it on their team. They're like, take out the Tyrande right away. You don't have to worry about it.
You know, despite picking up that kill, Sonya's going down! Yeah, you're not getting out this time. I like to see this aggression. Now they need to get somebody beat. There we go. Li Ming, Genji rotate back. All the beefcakes are going to stay up here. You're going to see Greymane soak that top lane. They're coming back in.
Swift Strike build on the Genji, which I think is smart here. They're like, okay, we just need as much damage as possible when I try to go for the kill. You know, when we get the kill.
Oh, he goes in on the Blaze. I think that Blaze is going to walk out.
Yeah, the Uther. The Uther, though, is staying.
Uther's kind of tanky, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is definitely... it's a close race, but it is going to go over to the side of ZZZ. Was way closer than I expected. They're going to go into the Blaze, and Nubarak does get the stun. Blaze... What's the name of that talent? I know it's an E, but what's the name of the actual ability?
Adhesive Petroleum.
Nah, the one when Blaze E's out.
Oh, I don't know.
I gotta memorize all these talents. I
gotta memorize the Blaze talents. I love playing them.
I would like to apologize to everybody who's listening. For some reason, we're not getting the game audio, and I'm not sure why. And I kind of don't want to start messing with it and miss any of the actual match play.
Yeah, we'll try to fix it in
between matches. Matches. So you do see the Immortal going on bottom side. The Sonya's up top soaking with the Blaze. And Nubarak goes in. They're trying to blow up the Murden. Cleanse does go out, or Hand of Protection, I believe, is the one on Uther. Played a few games of Uther in my day. Before it goes down, they are going to prioritize that fountain. Tell me how important getting a fountain is.
Okay, it's probably one of the most important things in the game if you think about it in terms of just... if you can get nothing else, get that one thing. Because, I mean, well, they've got the whole fort here, so it's an unusual example. But if they had been able to just get the wall and the fountain, that takes away basically all the sustainability during the objective that's quickly accessible. Like, it's a lot quicker to go in if you're in lane, obviously back to your well. But the only well they have now is all the way back at the center near their core, which is fine if the Immortal is right there in the one closest to your own core. But otherwise, it's just going to be a pain in the ass to try to rotate, especially with an Uther who is so mana hungry.
Absolutely. Well, Hammer of Lightning will help with that a little bit, but he does go through his mana super quick. I do want to point out that Leafeicus actually started to rotate down and went back up, and Sony had cleared the waves. I think they missed about a half a wave to a full wave of soak, which, and you can tell that in the experience bars. You got ZZZ up an entire level, which means they're going to hit 10 before this next objective, and it's a good chance that Average Joe's will not, which means this may or may not be a free objective. I wonder if they'll attempt to engage. So there's updated talents for everybody. So True Shot, or I'm keeping an eye on the Stranda. She's, I think, going to come into the meta in a huge way. I mean, seriously, double cleanse at 1. Effectively. So
Yeah,
do you see the
it's
10?
really good.
Now, I do like this play here from ZZZ. They do pick up the 10 and immediately go for the Average Joe's Bruiser Camp. You get 10 and you use it. That's the whole point, you know?
Oh, for sure.
So we see Web Wrap, we see Wrath of the Berserker, we see Go for the Throat, we see Dragon's Arrow, and Shadowstalk? That's Shadowstalk, is it not?
For which one?
For Tyrande? Yeah, it's Shadowstalk.
Yeah, Shadowstalk, for sure. Yeah, and that's totally for the extra heal. Like, the invisibility is nice. I'd love to see if they try to get some ganks with it. But with the invisibility, much easier to see now. That extra heal is just really nice in a fight.
Ooh, with Burden taking a lot of damage. I did like this call from Average Joe, since they can't really contest the Immortal. They try to get some... Oh, Red Wrap goes out. Burden goes...
Yeah,
woo!
they're just like, all right, Li Ming, get back and kill the Uther. That's fine.
I was about to say I like that call, but maybe they shouldn't have stayed there quite as long.
No.
Or maybe they shouldn't have gone there. To Uther is definitely going to go down here. Very aggressive comp.
Notice Hanzo's just chunking that Immortal.
Yep, Hanzo doing Hanzo things.
With Greymane behind him, there's just no way.
Yeah, the burn is insane. I'm pretty sure the trait does work on Immortals, because it used to work beforehand.
No, the trait works on Immortals. There's a talent at 16 or 13 where it increases the duration and lowers the cooldown based on auto attacks. And I'm pretty sure that maybe only be against heroes, but if it's against the Immortal, that could be really good.
We'll have to check that out. I do like this call from ZZZ, starting that camp before the Immortal was taken, so they got extra pressure in this top lane. We do have 10 pickup from Average Joe's. We got Divine Shield, Avatar, X-Strike, Disintegrate, and, of course, Bunker.
Genji Swift Strike down, had to use it to escape. It's always nice to not have to worry about.
That's a big wave.
Only 7 strikes on the perfect storm for the Muradin. That's probably not where he wants to be at this point.
Sonya just right in there. Wrath the Berserker pop. That is a scary, scary Sonya. I love Sonya. So what does Average Joe have to do to get back in this? First, not lose a keep, right? Oh, Muradin going down, and Uberak.
Honestly, they just need to stem the bleeding here. They need to soak the XP difference. They're on the same talent tier right now, but with one down, there's really nothing they can do.
And 13 was just picked up. I mean, is there a world where do they back out here? Or do they go for keep or for a core? Oh my God! If they get the Blaze here, the Divine Shield goes out.
No, they won't get it.
Wrap goes on Uther.
The Uther's gone.
Muradin jumps back in, tries to land a stun.
He gets stunned.
Uther gets
they went right here. This is game.
Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen! That is a 10-minute game.
10-minute, 8-second game. Very well played.
Very well played. That was a lot of beef coming in on that top wave.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What an amazing play. I think losing some soak. Looking at the stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at these stats real quick. Actually, I got to change a couple things here.
I mean, I think it came down to rotations.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that. The pickup on the Blaze in the beginning of the match, that was 1 or 2 waves of soak, right? At least one wave. Let's check out the soak here. I mean, it wasn't too far back, but Sonya definitely.
Deaths on the side of ZZZ, 6 deaths on the side of Shows.
Let's check out damage taken. Muradin taking a ton of damage, but again, they were just, these fights were so fast. Boom, 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 dead. So.
Oh yeah.
That it was absolutely crazy, guys. We're actually gonna take a step back for a second. I'm gonna put the Be Right Back screen up, and we're gonna try to fix this audio issue, and of course we're gonna get the players ready for that second game. So hang tight. Look at Evil Morty for a second. He's amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, fella, I'm gonna go ahead and mute us.
And we're back.
And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We did get it. The audio all worked out. I apologize. I just had to reset my system real quick. Why don't we turn this up just a bit? Yeah, we'll turn that up just a tad.
Center is not captain.
Who's
on the,
Oh, that's
team
right.
2. It's going to be
New Slice. Yep. Random task is captain. Set captain. All right, we got that. So what about that first game, Feldroth? Holy smokes. 10-minute game.
I think, rotations, they captured all the soak. They just had them off balance the whole game. And the average Joes could never stabilize. And they ZZZ had a plan, and they executed it well. So it's what you want to see. I mean, obviously not if you're average Joes. So I think average Joes can look to this upcoming match to obviously they know ZZZ's come into play. They're going to be aggressive, so they're going to be like, all right, how's our survivability, and how do we scale this to late game when we're going to be stronger?
I tell you what, the thing that I'm worried about the most is actually average Joe's morale. If you caught the game before this, which we were watching, they had good games. I mean, they played well, but they were kind of struggling a little bit, and they did lose 0-2, and they're down a loss 10 minutes in with this. And what do you do? Like, so you and I are in a team, right? We're on Division B East. Sure. You are actually our team captain. What do you do as the team captain to make sure we all aren't just crying right now?
I think the worst thing that happens is people get into their own head and then get in that mindset of, we're losing and I need to make a play. I need to turn this around, and they take it into their own willpower that this is up to me to save the game, and it's really not. It's when this happens, you don't rest the responsibility on everyone to just become more individual. You need to cohesively come together as a team.
Right.
So I think it's really up to the team captain to just be supportive and tell everyone, hey, let's keep it together, and then really walk people through it, continue to talk, because that keeps people out of their own head and just focused on what they're supposed to be doing.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You do see a Johanna ban from the side of Average Joe's. Another great brand, ZZZ's tank player center, really likes to play Johanna and Diablo. Most of his games are on those two characters, Johanna being the better of the two tanks for him. Anubarak actually was his least played tank, and we saw how that went. So
now, if ZZZ's been watching Average Joe's previous game, they saw they played a lot of Phoenix. That could be one reason the
Deckard ban.
Deckard, yeah, the old guy with the cane.
Stay a while. Listen.
All of a sudden, I was like, old guy with a cane.
Again, ZZZ did their homework. They're keeping the solo laner. They're really kind of choking that solo laner out. I mean, most of the games are on Urel, and unfortunately, Average Joe's solo laner, his win percentage on Blaze is 0%. So I feel bad for the guy, you know.
For sure. I mean, Average Joe's did their homework too. Most played favorite tank is Johanna, and Enjoy, one of their main DPS. His second most played character is Genji. So solid picks.
Yeah, Diablo Jane on the side of ZZZ, both comfort picks.
Always scary.
A lot of walls on this map.
Yeah, there may be a Phoenix ban coming up here. It's a lot of slows.
Yep, I could see that for sure. Of course, Lightning Breath.
Okay.
Purification Salvo. I'm glad Garrosh is actually a comfort pick for Random Task over on the side of Average Joe. So I'm glad they got that. Also, Whitemane, another comfort pick of TJ's, and TJ has a very respectable win rate on the Whitemane. I believe off the top of my head it's 67%. Something like that. The Asmodan ban, very normal ban on this map. One of my favorite characters. If you see me in Hero League, I'm going to pick that Asmodan every time. Promise.
Every time.
Promise. I went 8-1 in my 8-2 in placement.
Respect to the Tyrande.
I think we're going to start seeing that a lot more.
Oh yeah. Kitsune is like, how could you take my Tyrande?
Right.
No.
Again, I can't say it enough. Double cleanse on a 14-second cooldown or whatever it is at level 1.
So much shorter than that if she's auto-attacking.
Holy smokes. Alexstrasza, another good pickup here. Kitsune plays a lot of Alexstrasza. We see the Blaze pickup. Now I'm super curious what we're going to see on the...
damage. Yeah, which is good. That's smart.
What do you think they're going to go the solo lane? Do you think they're going to go the Leo like they played in the previous series that we saw? I mean, that's
possible. He's good here. He's a lot of escapes. He's not going to be affected by the CC. I think Malthael has potential here.
Has slows for the Rainer. Leoric does too.
Leoric does for sure. They also got to pick up a damage, so they can pick up someone like Cassia, Phoenix.
Oh, you called
Right.
it. You got it. Malthael, Tygus,
Malthael.
another good pickup with a lot of front line.
They're really hoping to win the lane. Now it comes down to, though, how can he survive against the rotations? And against the Diablo Jaina, we'll see. He's got to play really well. So
Yeah, I
rest on his
agree.
shoulder.
One last pickup. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Phoenix here.
Phoenix, yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of slows. And they
Oil spill, lightning breath, Jaina's everything.
right. I didn't see a lot of Phoenix. I was actually just going to mention Junkrat. They don't have a lot of Phoenix games over on the side of
Sure.
ZZZ. Draconix plays a really solid Junkrat.
Oh yeah.
So poke for days. I tell you, being a Malthael player, I hate getting poked. Just want to go in and. Mm-hmm. So analyzing the drafts, I think I like ZZZ's draft a little bit better. They have the garage, but what they don't have is like a burst. They don't have a way to just end a target.
Yeah, I mean, I think their best case scenario is Tychus goes the bigger they are. So just to take them down as low health as possible, because so the bigger they are cuts off at I think exactly 33%, which is exactly where Malthael's ult needs to be to kill the person, to kill
Right.
the enemy hero. So if they go burst damage on the Tychus for that, and the Malthael has his insta kill up, I think that has some potential. I mean, obviously with a Blaze Bunker,
On a short cooldown.
yeah, if he's looking for it, then he can probably cancel it, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So on the right side, we have Kitsune on Alexstrasza, Noob, and I always feel bad calling him that, but that is his name, Blaze. Center on the Diablo, Draconix on the Junkrat, almost called him JR, and then Enjoy on Jaina, and I'm sure he will, or she, we're not sure.
And then let's see, on the left side we have Raynor, Tad NG on the Tychus, Random Task on the Garrosh, Leficus on the Malthael, and TJ303 on the White Mane.
I do have to give a shout out to both these teams. The sportsmanship has just been absolutely amazing. They're joking in the lobby. Spray party, they called it.
Nice.
Respect. So you do see a 5-man skirmish on both sides. Very pretty sprays. We got a little dancing there from White Mane. I love this game, dude. This is how this game's supposed to be played. Just a lot of poking. We got Garrosh looking for the Junkrat. Got the stun. Is that going to be enough? And this is what I'm talking about. He just walked right out.
Too far.
Yep.
Too far forward.
Garrosh is hard to kill. Yep.
Good heals on the White Mane. I think this is the problem the average Joe's going to face. They've got to stay back. They cannot go far forward. They're pretty squishy. So, I mean, obviously the White Mane can do some great healing, and as is shown, but...
Oh, look at the Diablo toss. I don't know if that's the guy you want to toss.
No, he gets out pretty easily.
He just cues right back in and will put you into a wall. So pretty... Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that if I were Tad MG, instead of the Tychus pick here, when they already had a Malthael for %, I would have gone someone like Kel'Thas to mess with the heals on
Alexstrasza.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, Tychus. Oh, I guess Center didn't have his queue up or just didn't click it fast enough. We got a Groundbreaker on the Jaina. Pretty standard talent pickups. Feast of Fear on the Diablo. Mana Addict on the... Not Mana Addict. Listen to me. You mentioned Kel'Thas, and that's where I'm at.
Fingers of Frost.
So pretty standard rotation from ZZZ.
The dash quest on the Tychus is smart here. Mobility is key, especially against this team, and he's going to be a monster.
Oh, Jaina. Oh, Alexstrasza. Oh, look at Enjoy just knowing. I do like watching Division A, and they're checking the bushes. I mean, tell me how important it is to check a bush.
I mean, you don't want to check it by putting your face in it. That
is true. Again, good 4-man rotation, or actually 3-man rotation. Diablo going up top. I like how aggressive the positioning from the Diablo is, making those rotations iffy. Got some aggressive positioning from the Diablo again. The Alexstrasza toss. Is this going to be enough? That's going to be enough. That is a dead Alexstrasza. Now she's got a pretty low health pool, so it's not too bad getting her dead.
So like I said, Tychus goes the bigger they are. They want to knock that guy down, everyone down to a
Ooh,
third
this is
health
bad.
as soon as possible, with the Malthael just to.
They got the kill, but they
down.
lost, what, 6 minions there? That's
I mean,
bad
their
math.
Average Joe's is.
Ooh, they're getting
We're
aggressive
behind
on the
next team.
Malthael. Oh, it's 17 gems! Does he get out? No, he does not. Huge kill there.
Blaze is a range tank, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that is not good. 17 gems. They lost. They were close to turn in. Now they don't have it. Big kill. Big pickup.
Standard picks on every side. Like I said, bigger they are on the Tychus. I think that was totally right. I said that in the draft. He's going to just go for it.
Oh, there we go on the Junkrat.
Raynor,
I'm sorry. Yep.
That was so...
A lot of damage. Raynor is pretty hard. He pops his E. Oh, the W from the Junkrat. And that is a dead Raynor. But Alexstrasza is going for one trade. Pops the Dragon. Not going to be enough. Yep, she's going to die. We also have the spell armor from the Bruisers coming in, and I'm sure that played a part in what just happened. Unstoppable pop from the Garrosh. Just going to clean that up. Random Task getting another tick on his quest there.
Overall quests are going pretty well. Halfway through with the Jaina, halfway through with the Tychus. Diablo's 78 souls, and Jaina's about an eighth of the way through her her talent-based quest. So
turning in here. If they don't interrupt the Diablo, they'll get a tomb. One stat I read recently, and I don't know why I didn't know this, but there's something like an 80% win percentage for the team that gets the first turn in.
Yeah, I see that, and I think that's mainly because
just a snowball.
Well, I also think it depends on less on who gets the first turn in and more about when the first turn in is captured. Like, if you can capture the first turn in right on the cusp of getting level 10, then that is a huge benefit to you guys. You could probably take 2 or 3 forts if you play it correctly.
Garrosh turning in. It looks like he's going to get it for free. I want to point out the Draconics in his placements of the mine. It's allowing him to step up to the Garrosh somewhat aggressively and knowing that he's going to be able to get out safely. So kudos on him. Oh, Diablo.
Especially on the random task. Yeah, they can't go farther forward in here because you can toss them right back into that.
Oh, yeah. Garrosh rooted. That Diablo, once that turn, we got a wall bang. Unstoppable popped. Oh, I don't know, man. Junkrat is just disrespect, you know?
He is disrespectful. Spoken to Garrosh, who was also disrespectful.
Yeah, I guess.
He was also disrespectful.
Yeah, I guess I can't really call out the Junkrat on that when there's a Garrosh on the other team. Raynor just getting some soak.
All we need is an Alarak to complete the ensemble.
So I do like the priority on the top lane here from ZZZ. Top lane is the boss lane. It's a win condition. Getting this top lane down is a very good way to win this game.
I was just about to compliment the Junkrat too, though. First, they've got their first one before level 10, so they really need to be soaking so they can get that level lead ahead.
Yeah. I don't think they're even gonna get the well. Might get the well here. Yep.
They're gonna get the well, yeah.
Oh, we got going in. Up. Decided to back. We got Jaina rotating for this mid-wave soak. Didn't get a whole lot from that. Good defense from Average Joe's. What would you think about waiting till they have 10, or do you just go ahead and just get it in when you can? I mean, they already have 44 gems.
For Average Joe's?
No, I'm talking about for ZZZ, because they did have a level lead, I think, or not a level lead, but a little bit of a soak lead.
You're at the point now where if you have to wait long enough to get the rest of the gems, they're going to be at 10. So they're going to try to turn in ASAP.
This Jaina.
Same thing for Average Joe's, though.
Absolutely. Jaina's chunking down that white main pretty good.
Garrosh
is all by himself. I don't think Unstoppable is going to get you out of this. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Unstoppable only works when you got somewhere to go and no body standing in your way.
Ooh, ZZZ about to get 10. Can they keep the engage going? Oh, he tries.
Yep.
Nah, they're going to get disengaged.
Oh, Dragon Pods. What a huge cooldown.
Yeah. Not the best. I don't think they'll be punished for it because they just got 10. They're going to get turn in. They need one more gem.
That was a great cue from the Raynor. What, penetrating round is what that's called? Got a turn in from Blaze. You got turn in top. That's not going to be quite enough. Who's got all their gems? Oh, the Jaina. Yep.
No. Jaina's
So
looking for it.
Yep, here comes the dance. Garrosh getting queued into wall. Great unstoppable from the Garrosh.
First Ultimates fight. Nope, it looks like ZZZ's just going to back out. They're like, hey, we just want to get turn in top. Now they do have to defend it from Average Joe's.
Oh, we got to engage on the Raynor.
Oh,
Epoch, ring out! Raynor gets caught in the ring!
Raynor.
Oh!
Gone.
Garrosh isn't, he's not getting out either.
Ooh, yeah.
Tychus did pop Odin, not going to get a lot done with it. Doesn't look like Malthael uses Race Strike.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That was a good disengage there from him.
Good mobility. Yeah. This is a free turn in though for ZZZ. So
yep. Another top lane is good and pushed in, so that spider is going to drop right on the gate of the fort there. Catching the soak.
100 souls on Diablo, 2/3 of the way done, if not a little bit more, maybe 3/4 for the Jaina. On her.
Picking up a little soak here in the mid. Yeah, there's a talent check real quick. So again, you're going to see that priority on that top fort. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're looking for a fight. Oh, Jaina got caught!
Lifebinder, not enough. Too quick. Too quick on the damage. Once again, I think that comes down to TadMG, who is doing really well and just like melting them quickly. That's what the bigger they are is for, and I think that was a total right call.
So we do see the priority. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't on that when that happened. Was that a Garrosh flip that led into that?
Garrosh flip, and then lots of lockdown.
Lots of lockdown, yep.
Now, I think, I don't know if Malthael wasn't there or if he just never got off the last rights. It would have been good to get a stack off that.
Yeah, for free.
No stacks. They're disengaged immediately.
Holy smokes. Average Joe again with a great defense. Catching that Jaina was huge for them.
Now they are going to lose that well, maybe?
Raynor got engaged on, half a life. I think he's still got his E up. Yep. Oh, the stun!
Amazing stun.
Whitemane alt pops out. I think they're all walking out of here, man. Maybe. Dragons popped. Oh, look at the Q! Is that enough? Nope. Double kill. And the ring goes out on the Garrosh. They got enough follow-up?
Just barely. I think the junk.
Oh, this Blaze is playing lights out.
That's right.
What a fun game.
Use your E, stun the whole team.
Yeah. Into a lightning breath. That stun that was right up by the turn in, the stun into and kept him there in the lightning breath. You got Jaina clearing top. Oh, that was gorgeous. Good synergy from this team too.
This Tychus is playing very well. 0 deaths. Only one on his team with 0 deaths. Most damage by a good margin. It just comes down to Raynor maybe playing a little bit safer here. He's getting caught out a little bit, which is a little rough. He's a good bit of damage.
Yeah. A little stat update for everybody. 13 talents were picked up. Let's check those out while everybody turns in. Oh, we do have the Shadow Charge build on Diablo. One of my favorite builds to go. You see a lot of W's, and he did pick up the Malevolence too for that little extra damage.
Yeah.
You'll be happy to know I've been going that fell. It's been pretty nice.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
I'm the tank player for our Division B East team. At least I am for now. Secrets, we won't tell. Turn in here from the ZZZ or ZZZ. I wonder who the British person on their team is. Or European, I guess. Do they all say Zed across the pond there? Oh, we got an engage here. They're going to... Oh, no 13 talents. Ring goes out. Big ring. Lightning breath. So good. Fire and ice with a bomb to boot.
Can't complain against that one. Once again, Tychus gets out. Amazing. Once again, it comes down to that dash. That dash is...
yeah, it helps out. Dang, what a bad time to die, too, with these Web Weavers just dropping. They will be up in time for a defense, but they still are down a talent tier, and they will be down a talent tier again shortly. You see some middle pressure here because they have Bruisers.
It's the right call. Bruisers plus, Spider Queen. There's a chance of getting a fort with catapults. It's worth it, even though the top lane is the win condition lane. Uh-oh.
We do have a pause there. I didn't see that. Ready? All right.
Count it down. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll count it down. All right. Again, the
great little level of
sportsmanship has just been
team. It's great. All right.
Are they
Team
ready?
captain says they're ready. Yeah, you can count it
Okay,
down.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. That was my first pause I've ever had to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Center is positioning well. He's looking for it. He wants that wall. He's like, please, someone step in between some structure and me.
I'm gonna have to say good job to JoJo or Average Joe's. I'm gonna say JoJo Joe now because it's ZZZ. ZZZ went for that middle lane because they were hoping to get that keep and good defense. They might lose this one.
They're looking for the keep.
They're going for the Malthael.
Malthael's just going for it.
Lifebinder out on the Diablo. Bunker out as well.
Bunker out. It's gonna be
Ring went out, caught the Malthael. This fell. Do you think they end here?
They don't end here. I think they're gonna. Oh.
Oh, he was going in for it.
If you get another kill here, they end. But
We still have this guy pushing bot, just going to get a little more experience. That is a pretty big wave and a whole lot of soak.
It's going to kill that.
Average Joe's needs to get down here. I mean, I don't think
they're not adjusting quick enough. They're not going to. That's going to take a keep if they're not careful.
Oh,
look at how
boy,
quick
guys.
it's burning that. It's just burning it. Oh, what? Oh, they're going to boss. They said.
Yeah, they see this here. I mean, this is a win condition. This is probably more important. They're being indecisive. They don't. They need to make a call.
It's true.
Yeah,
the kick out just in time. I don't think they can get in there in time.
No, I don't think so at all.
That's it.
So yeah, that's tough.
Game here.
That is tough. That's one of those tough situations where you're caught between a rock and a hard place, and you just got to make a decision and go for it. I do think boss is probably the right call there, but they needed to rotate there immediately.
Yeah, at S5, Malthael is still.
A lot of damage going on in the garage. Shield, he got the groundbreaker for the shield.
Oh,
he pops the lightning breath to get the kill on the Tychus! Just tickled him with that fire. Garage doesn't. Tychus goes down. And this is I don't think.
Catches the Malthael. Catches.
Yeah.
Just the Rainer.
Yeah. Malthael doing race strike things. Oh, still dies to the.
So I mean, obviously great job to
5v1v1.
ZZZ. Average Joe's. They played well. They executed well in what they did, but they didn't. I don't think they. I think they lost these in the draft for the most part.
Yeah, I think having a second front line against a Diablo Blaze, especially an aggressive Blaze, was absolutely necessary. Malthael with a bunker in there is just not good. And then again, not having that. Let's go to the match summary here. Not having that burst for the garage toss. I mean, and also, I mean, they had enough damage to get the tanks down, but once those tanks were in, there was no peeling, there was no disengage whatsoever. I mean,
I think
nothing.
If I were them, I would have probably, instead of the Rainer, I would have chosen the Tychus. He did a ton of damage here. I would have taken instead of the Rainer, probably a Kael'thas, and instead of the Malthael, probably a Leo on March or something, just to give you extra survivability and damage.
Yeah, this Jaina played lights out. Flanks were really good. This is Enjoy here. Tons of siege, tons of damage. Rings were on point. I don't think he missed a single ring. He at least always got one, even that last one, which I thought Diablo was going to overpower it out. But it was close, but it still got him.
For sure.
Good amount of healing. I think this is respectable. I mean,
no
15,000 difference.
Diablo, and still soaked more damage than the 5 deaths on Garage.
Let's check that out.
A ton of damage on the Diablo.
I feel bad for this Garage. Like, with a front line of both Blaze and Diablo, I mean, unless he got somebody caught in a bush, I mean, he got a couple of picks, but that's a hard game, and it's frustrating playing that Garage in that scenario because you're just trying to get something done and you feel like you can't.
You can't go in because you feel like you're getting melted. If you don't go in, nothing happens. So you get melted.
So I am going to see if Noob Slice or one of his team wants to come in for an interview here.
For sure, yeah.
Let me see where I put him. Well played game on both sides. Oh, and again, I've got to. You know what? It's not up because I had to restart. So I'll just go get him like this. Really well played. Again, the sportsmanship was outstanding. And I got to give credit to Average Joe's. They would look like they were still having fun at the end. I mean, you saw those comments at the end, and it looked like they took the losses in stride. They went 0-4 tonight, and we've all had nights like that. Like, I'm not knocking them at all. Like, we've all had nights where it just doesn't seem to come together. So let me ask this question while we wait to see if Noob Slice responds here.
Yeah.
What advice do you give average Joes?
I mean, I think based on what we saw tonight, we saw some rotations where people got caught out. We saw some team comps that were maybe a little bit wonky with not enough, front line, that sort of thing. I think you just take a step back and assess what your weaknesses and what your strengths are. And I think your strengths are definitely team fighting and doing damage when you need to. But I think the weakness I saw was the soak and like the macro game. Like, how do you capture all the soak possible and then get more than your opponent, which is what ZZZ was realizing. They're like, all right, if we rotate and get this kill, then we can get 2 extra waves of soak, which puts them ahead of the level, which gives them an objective, which gives them a talent tier, which snowballs. And they won each game four levels ahead, I think, on both, maybe 3 or 4. But just because they were able to capture more of the map than average Joes.
I'm glad you brought that up. Again, Stats of the Storm, again, super credit out to Felendroth who developed that program. Doing a little research on both teams, ZZZ on average gets to 20 2 minutes faster than their opponent. Now imagine that in game time. 2 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but 2 minutes in Heroes of the Storm is an eternity. That might actually be 10% of your entire game that you're spending at 20 when your opponent is not. That's significant. And I want to say even just getting to 10 consistently, ZZZ gets there about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. And again, if they get that 10, you saw that in the first game. They got 10, immediately took advantage. You went right over to the enemy's bruisers on Battlefield of Eternity. Noob Sly says yes, he'll do an interview, but he wants to bring anyone. I think we're just going to have cuts the chaos. Feldroth, we're going to actually step over to Discord over there. Yep. We're in lobby 2. Yep. Let me let them know we're in lobby 2.
Are they just all coming in? Is that what's happening?
I love this team. They're super nice. I love both teams. I can't say I just love ZZZ. Just the jokes, the spray in the middle, I thought was a nice touch. And
Center.
Center, is he coming?
Again. Hello.
What's up, buddy? Long time no see.
Yeah, a couple hours or so.
Yeah. So, game 1, that pick on Blaze. What was the thought process?
Thought process was we usually play it pretty boring early on, clearing waves.
That was not boring.
Decided wanted to do something a little exciting, first time being streamed. So we figured, easiest person to kill is the one by themselves. Just hopped in there and got it done.
Yeah.
Definitely worked out for you.
So I was going to ask you also about the Anubarak pick as well, because we did some research on you, and it seems like you've been sticking primarily to Diablo and Johanna. Was because you wanted to show off? Is that why you went to the Divey Anubarak, or talk to me there?
Well, Diablo was picked by them already. Right. So Johanna's just super boring hero.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I don't know. I've always liked Anubarak. I think he's strong as long as you have people who can do the damage.
Sure.
To follow up on him.
Which, if I remember correctly, that was not a problem you guys had that match.
No,
a great main
not appear to have a problem with it. I think every time I went in, no, maybe not every time, but pretty much every time I went in, we got a kill. So.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive. And also, I really liked your draft that match. I mean, you had options. You could either just do the race on the Immortal, or you could fight. Sometimes you have to give and take on that a little bit. So going into that second game, kind of what was your thoughts on the strategy in your draft there?
That one, second game.
You got on the Diablo, no deaths.
Yeah, if I get Diablo, I'm gonna pick it. probably shouldn't say that, but I'm gonna
Well,
say it. Like,
anybody who does a little research on you knows that's the case. I don't know if that's
yeah,
a big
pretty well.
secret,
Like,
man.
it's usually banned after game one if it's left open for the game one. Yeah, and other than that, is just get the wave clear with Jaina. Junkrat's really good at stalling rotations.
Sure.
Blaze, solid solo laner, right? So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does pretty all right. And
Yeah.
actually, I got to give huge credit to Noob Slice, your team captain. His Blaze play was insane. Like that stun into the lightning breath over by that
Mhm.
top turn in
Yeah,
point.
yeah, the three-man stun there.
It was
Really
pretty
nice.
hot. Also, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you another question, and maybe you can give Feldroth and I a little advice because we are in Division B.
Mhm.
Again, doing some research on you, and I was talking about this before. Your team generally gets to 22 minutes before your opponents.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
don't know if you knew that,
No,
but
nah.
on average, you get to 22 minutes faster, which we both know is very significant. 2 minutes in a game
that's
is
huge.
forever.
I did not know that. I was not aware. But
Well, then you may not know the answer to my follow-up question to that is how? How do you consistently get 2 minutes 20? I mean, do you guys normally play the aggressive comps and just it's the kills, or you just get the kills and the macro?
well, I think we have a pretty clean early game most of the time, and sort of once you we play a lot of shrines and stuff, right? And once you get a lead in that game or in that map,
Snowballs.
it's very easy to snowball your XP up. Yeah. So you get level 7 before them, do the shrine, then you get level 10 before them, get a couple kills, then you get the next shrine, right? It's just just strong early game and keep the pressure up, and it's kind of hard to come back and for them to get 20 at all sometimes, I think.
Yeah, and
Sure.
one thing I did notice also is when you guys get that lead, because you also on average get to 10, 40 seconds before your opponent, which again is a lot of time being at 10 while your opponent is at 9. Battlefield of Eternity, you guys got 10 and immediately rotated to the opponent's bruisers. Who's your shot caller on your team? Everybody or you?
It's usually either Noob Slice or Enjoy.
Enjoy.
However, sometimes they don't agree on the same shot call, and it
Causes chaos.
Yeah.
Feldroth, do we ever deal with that on our team?
Oh no, we work it out pretty well, but I mean, it's good to everyone to feel like they have a say. So
Yeah.
even if it's an illusion, right?
So
Yeah.
Feldroth, I'm going to toss center over to you.
Awesome. No, I loved both games. I was very complimentary of the way you all were watching rotations. I think once again, largely that comes down to how the tanks engage, and so you get a lot of credit for Center for engaging well. And obviously, you played a Nubarak and Diablo, so engaging is kind of their specialty.
They're pretty good at it.
Yeah, a little mean there, but I think what were you guys thinking, seeing what Average Joe's drafted in Team 2 without with only the Garrosh as a front line? Was it let's just go in and?
Well, I think game 2, it definitely seemed like their draft was to kill me.
Yeah.
Right. I guess Malthael, and then Garrosh gets the flip in, so I was pretty much avoiding him most of the
Like the
early
plague,
game
huh?
there.
Yeah, but then late game, I see you just dive in anytime you see someone, and I think that was just because the way I saw it is you saw that hey, we have a better team fight. We can just go in, we can take a kill and put them off balance.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
think our team's definitely with Jaina and Junkrat, that's some pretty good. If you catch one person out, they're gonna die. Whitemane did a really good job of saving a lot of lives in that game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's kind of annoying, I like to kill.
Whitemane's a good healer.
Whitemane's good at that.
Pretty good hero, yeah.
She was making me amazed by the fact that some people were getting out when they were early game.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
scaled way out of it later game, but
Mhm.
yeah, sure thing. If you had any worries in either game, what were they? Seeing the drafts.
Game 1, we were definitely worried about the resets.
Yeah,
Okay.
Genji Li Ming.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, their Li Ming has, I actually wrote a note, has a 21.3 KDA on Li Ming, which is
Oh, wow.
insane. That's insane.
Yeah, no, we were more worried about Dragon Blade with
Sure.
the Divine
Uther.
Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even with X Strike, it's still pretty scary knowing they 2 resets, right? And then
Right.
had
If
so
they
much
pop off, you're
lockdown.
done.
Yeah, it's so
For
much
sure.
lockdown as well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
once like we got super ahead early in that one, I think, and it's just I don't think they had a chance for their
yeah,
comp to really turn on.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah,
I
playing
thought.
behind on a double reset comp is
Yeah,
sometimes
it's
very
hard to get their
frustrating.
first kill, right? So
And I do want to shout out Average Joe's. They played a very good game. I want to commend the team sportsmanship between the two teams. The spray party in the middle, I especially liked.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
yeah,
And-
sorry we couldn't do it in game 1, but we kind of had the level 1 plan there. So,
Yeah, spray party didn't work out so well. I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
you didn't kill him
Felt
and
a
then
little
spray
bad,
his
I don't
dead
know.
body. That would have been very upsetting.
Killed the whole sportsmanship vibe.
And I do want to say Average Joe's. I do want to give it a shout out to them too. I mean, they had a rough night. They played a series right before you guys and 0-2 that series, 0-2 this series. I have to commend them for keeping their spirits up. I mean, they were joking at the end of every game. So and I thought that was really
it's
cool.
Definitely hard playing 2 series back to back. Like,
Just the fatigue.
yeah, like you get so invested into it, right? And then knowing you have to go do it again, especially after getting 0-2 to be. I don't know if I could do it.
I also want to shout out their garage over there too. That pick, I missed it in the stream, but that pickup on Jaina was huge. They were defending those spiders so well, and I think the first 3 fell. They defended super well, and then it just
they did.
snowballed
I don't
after
think we got
that.
much value out of our first couple turn-ins. Well, the second turn was because of the Jaina pick, yeah.
Right.
They also got some Alex picks, just because he was really watching. The Tychus on that team really
Played really well.
Shown, yeah, because of just survivability. But I mean, obviously, you guys were the stars. You crushed it. So great work, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Center, last thing, man. Shout outs.
Oof. I'll shout out you guys. You know, the first game we've had casted live now.
We got you, boo.
All season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
glad
So
to
that's
do
good.
it.
It's
So
great experience, you know.
I don't know if I should share this, but we actually met Center yesterday, Feldroth and I,
Yeah,
playing a
yeah.
team league game, and we randomly queued in with him, and then we got them on comms, even though Center was a little standoffish about getting on comms. Not to throw that out, Mister, I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to anybody.
That's-
But,
that's true,
you know, so we got to talking, and just we kind of just through talking figured out that they were on an NGS team, and then just we won that game very handily. By the way, that Cho'Gall pick
yeah.
was not very good.
I remember being a little worried. So
Yeah, I actually made the comment in the earlier stream, or was it on the stream? I can't remember that. Oh no, it was in the coin toss. I was talking to Noob, and I was like, "Yeah." Center was like, "Oh, we're gonna lose," and all that. So it was very nice meeting you. It was very nice meeting your teammates. I want to shout out to you guys, and I want to shout out to Average Joe's for a well played series. That's all I got.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for streaming us, and maybe you'll pick us up again in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, I'll be looking for you. I like to draft the same. I mean, I've only streamed. This is my 3rd time, so
Okay.
I'm starting to learn names and I'm starting to learn players. So it's kind of cool. Hopefully, and if I get the opportunity, I will.
Well, just gonna throw this out there. On Wednesday, we're playing against the first place team.
Really?
Yeah, we know one of the guys on that team, and bit
Alright.
of a friendly rivalry going on.
Well, that's cool.
Just throwing it out there, you know.
Just don't. You know what? I will have to check my schedule. I do have a meeting at 6 Central Time that night. I don't know when I'm going to get out of that meeting, but if I can, I will.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright.
So, Center, have a good one, my man.
All right. See you
Thanks,
boys.
guys. Good night.
All right, so Feldroth, wrapping it up. What do you think?
It was.
Actually, I should look this way, right? Because you're over there. This is
Really
really funny because I'm like
one-sided, I
looking
guess.
at my computer and not you, even though it looks
Yeah.
like I'm looking at you.
Right. No, I
So
think
awkward.
that we've pretty well covered everything that went wrong, everything they could have done. I was pleased with the night overall. I think both teams, for better for worse, had plans and they executed them well. So I mean, you can't really complain about that. So.
So
Good game.
streaming wise, what do you think we could work on? Of course, we had the small audio issue. This is the first time having 2 video casters. So what do we need to work on to get better, Feldroth?
I think that's up to the people in the chat channels. Chat your criticism now. We have very.
We will screenshot
No,
it and
just
cry
kidding.
about it later as I
That's
drink.
right. We just won't show tears on camera. No, it was good. Obviously stuff to work out. We'll try not to step on each other's toes with how we talk.
I'm learning. I'm learning. We do this when we play games too, man. Like
Yeah,
Fel will call something. I'm like, no, we're going in here because I'm Diablo and I want to. No, I'm kidding. We don't do that. We do that.
Nah,
Maybe we don't.
Sometimes, whatever.
I don't know. So what do you want to do now? We don't necessarily have to. You know what? I probably will stop the stream and end the stream, and then we can come back and play some Team League or something.
All right, sounds good.
All
Thanks
right.
everyone.
Thanks,
for watching.
everyone.
Thanks
We're
for commenting. Thanks for following.
We're going to bring it down just so we can get a nice clean video file for YouTube and stuff, and then we'll come back in a bit.